Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a quick little behind the scenes video of me taking the photos for 12,000 followers. For those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, which you should, the link will be down below. And if you do follow me on Instagram, then you know that whenever I hit certain milestones on there, I like to do fun photo projects, celebrate. For 10,000 followers, I did the biggest photo project I've ever done, even like bigger than the ones I did in college for like actual classes and stuff. I did a whole video on that, so I'm going to link that down below as well for you. Now for 11,000, I couldn't think of anything I really liked, so I didn't really do anything. 12,000, I really wasn't thinking anything either, so I was kind of thinking about just letting it slide by. But then my husband brought in a bunch of mini donuts, and I'm like, mini figures on mini donuts. Idea. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I have a dozen mini donuts for 12,000, and I'm going to do one big photo setup, not near as big as the one from 10,000 of course, but still a good sizable setup, bigger than what I normally do. I'm going to have a carousel of all those photos on Instagram for you to see, and then you'll also see behind the scenes and me taking other photos that I will be posting on my Patreon, which, like everything else, the link to that will be down below. On my Patreon, that's where I post all the extra photos. And sometimes like I can't decide between two photos when I post them on Instagram. And when I do finally decide, the one that I didn't decide on is like just a close second, that goes on Patreon. Also on Patreon, there's ways where you can get prints, you get customized photos done, all sorts of other little perks on there as well. So check that out. So I want to hurry up and eat these donuts, so let's get started. My husband got me a dozen mini donuts from Krispy Kreme, which I thought was perfect, so I stacked them all as nicely as I could on a plate. So it's gonna fall over any time now really, but it should be fine. And then my idea, or one of my ideas, is to have like a bunch of people like painting and stuff, making it like they're trying to get all the icing and the glaze on there perfectly. So I had to move my setup out here in my living room because this plate is a pretty good size and it didn't quite fit neatly on my setup in my office, because in my office it's just on top of a dresser, and this is a nice big wide coffee table, so there's a little more room here. So I've had my first problem with setting up. I don't know if you can see that, but one of my figures fell completely down the hole in the donut and I cannot get it out, so I'm gonna have to get another one of those figures. Luckily I have a second one of the exact same figure right here, so I'm just gonna set up around it, because I would have to take down the entire donut mountain in order to get that one out. I got all the figures set up perfectly. I have this figure here looking like she's putting some of the glaze on this donut here, and the one that fell is still there. And then this one is standing on top of the sprinkle donut and trying to get some of the chocolate glaze on there. And then this one is putting glaze on this donut. Whole team working on this. Now I moved the donuts around a little bit just because I didn't like the first way all that much. I didn't think it made that much sense for this figure to be putting on chocolate icing when his little roller is like white. I didn't think it looked quite right, so now he's putting on glaze on this donut, and all the rest are still the same, and this guy is still stuck down there. Poor thing. So my second idea for this is having, of course, still the stack of donuts, and having like this little adventuring guy here on top, looking like he's climbing a mountain or something, going on a hike on this huge mountain of donuts. Now for my next idea for photo is using this Romeo and Juliet set and having them on the donuts. This is going to take me a minute to set up because the Juliet one always falls over. So I'm going to put the Romeo here. I'm going to have the Juliet right here. Now, as you can probably tell from this one, her boobs are hanging out for some reason. So I always have to Photoshop this one. To press her in the icing a little bit. Okay, good. She's staying. They rarely stay. Move the GoPro out of the way. Alright, move the GoPro out of the way again, because now we'll take it from this angle. So that's all for Romeo and Juliet. So for my last idea, I'm going to have this girl climbing down this rope down the mountain of donuts. And just put the string in the top one so it covers it up. And there. I recently did a video where I retook one of my old photos using this figure. I will link that down below. Now I'm going to move the GoPro out of the way. So that's all of the shots I need with this one. So not only did I take shots of my miniatures with these, I also did a flat lay for my In Motion with Megan account. I had everything set up over here. The rest of the donuts are over there because it actually came with 16 and not just a dozen. So. And if you want to see my In Motion with Megan account, the link for that is also down below. So that's the end of my video. Behind the scenes, me taking my photo for 12,000 followers with a dozen mini donuts. If you like this video, please like and comment. And remember, when this channel gets to 100 subscribers, I'm doing a giveaway of one of my photos. And all you have to do to enter is to subscribe to this channel and follow Meg Jo on Instagram. So hit the subscribe button. Bye!